Yo, what's up you guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to take a look at the market from both a technical and a fundamental perspective. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into it. But before we do that, let's have a moment of silence for everybody who bought the US30 yesterday before this happened during the NFP. And we're back, and no, that's not why I'm wearing the color orange, guys. Don't think anything. But here's some advice for people who trade through the NFP. Do not do it. You never ever want to trade something that you don't know. You know what's even worse? You cannot take advice from the company that you're trading with. Because the worst thing that can happen is that you being B-booked, you are supposed to buy and they are basically trading against you so that they can still make money. Think of it in this way. If you're sitting in a casino and you're busy gambling there, do you take advice from the owner of the casino? No, you can't. It's not in the best interest to make sure that you win. So why would you listen to what that guy, the owner of the casino, is telling you? No, stay away. Don't do that. You don't want to get yourself in a situation like that. There's a good saying, my good friends, the house always wins. And yesterday was a good example of that, right? You were buying and you were being heads against because you were put on a B-book thinking that you're trading in the real markets. Meanwhile, you were just playing with your controller unplugged. But in any case, we're not here to discuss that. We're here to speak about the markets in general, right? So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, the first type of news that we have received yesterday was obviously the NFP data that came through, and the market came through positive. Now, one thing that really stood out for me was the unemployment rate, which came down, which is now again, it's kind of contradicting the Feds and the interest rate hike, so we don't know how that works. But it was good to see the interest rate come down. So US economy did good. Dollar index, obviously bullish outlook. Stock market, bearish correction. Precious metals, a bearish correction. They expected. Going into the new week though, we've got CPI, which is important. That's coming through on Tuesday. We've got the PPI, and then we also got some very it's going to be a very busy week next week. So make sure that you don't follow any advice from anybody. You're better off trading by yourself, right? Don't do that stuff again. Okay. Any case, gold was also down 1% because of the strong jobs report and the data clouds rate cut bets as well. So we're not going to go through all of that for too much. So we're going to start over here with the dollar index. So if you guys do remember the last time I did speak about the market, the breakdown is still there where it was. We can obviously see that we had that pullback, and if you remembered, I spoke about this inverted head and shoulders pattern, which is exactly what the market had printed. But we also had an impulse. So after an impulse, you expect a correction, a break above resistance, tested it as support. Now that was resistance, now turned support. We had a pullback to the 61.8. We've got the minus 0.7272. Lining up perfectly with this level over here that I do expect the market to go and hit going into new week. And then from there, we're gonna have to make another update because we have all of that news coming through next week. Next up, we've got gold. Now you can see gold had reached the target exactly as I anticipated, which was very nice to see. Now in the new week, I would like to see some correction on gold because we did break above this level of resistance. Market came back, tested it as support. The market also broke below this support that is now acting as a level of resistance. We had a weak rejection, a daily close of a candle above the structural level. All we're expecting now is a slight pullback. Now you might say, but how can you say that the dollar is going to get strong and the gold is going to get strong? You see, you know, nowadays we live in very uncertainty times where the correlation between the index and the metals is not as it was before. However, if anything does happen, then this is more likely what we are going to see. A break below this level of support would then be turned resistance. And again now, guys, as all of you know, if you get invited to attend a venue where you're going to trade high impact news, don't go. You're better off trading at your house, taking your own risk, taking accountability for yourself. Because the only people who got a bonus now is clearly not you. Any case, NASDAQ finally broke above the structural level over here. I do not. Then this is just my personal opinion, right? So the Nasdaq still has some room to the upside, right? As opposed to the Dow Jones. Here on the weekly, we can see we tested previous resistance as support, and then if you go down on the daily time frame, right? What do we have over here? Now, from a daily perspective, we can see that we finally had a daily close above this level, right? I would not say you know that you are go in there yet. I would probably say wait for a slight move to the upside, then a pullback, because that would actually confirm the breaker structure. The reason why I say so is because we are going into festive, and stocks tend to do very good throughout festive season because sales are normally higher because people are spending money. So I would definitely look for something like this. Alternatively, if we do pull back, then this will probably just happen because of the dollar that's getting stronger. This market, equity Vantu, I don't know where's it going. You know, we had this wicked rejection that the market had now you know sowed, and that kind of had these retail traders in there waiting for that. And yeah, so that's probably where we're going to excuse me, slightly higher, so we can get that 0.382 pullback lining up perfectly with the previous level of resistance that is now turned support. And then we've got the S&P 500, right? The S&P 500, as you can see, has gone exactly as anticipated from here. Again, this is very dangerous territory to go in and look for a sell or look for a buy, because this is where the retail traders' stop losses are going to be. The market can easily just grab it, then close below. So the best advice that I would give is to wait for clear daily close above that level. That will confirm the breaker structure, and then on the pullback, definitely look for a continuation on there as well. Guys, thank you for your time, and please, I beg of you, don't trade the news. Don't trade the news. A lot of you are very sad, but that's upon yourself. Thank you for your time, and as always, cheers for you guys.